Gaming History 101.
Alright, what's up guys, and welcome to Gaming History 101's Retro Game Night. And tonight we're doing something a little new. As I'm sure you can tell, this is in much higher resolution because this is on a PC, and this will show some of the joys of emulation, I guess I would say. Tonight we are playing a game that was originally released to arcades through Data East, as you can see here. Game is known as was it Night Stalkers X? Hold on, we'll find out in a sec. I am keeping original resolution. I can stretch it out if I want to, but I have decided to keep the resolution at 1080p. So that's what's going on there. But this is a game that was created in the Beats of Rage engine. For those not familiar, it's for people who loved games like Final Fight, your walk to the rights, beat 'em up kind of games. And Beats of Rage basically allows you to import anything you want into it and basically create your own version of Final Fight with your own assets and whatnot. Now, while it may not be completely on the up and up, this particular game just basically takes all of the assets of the original game and adapts them, makes them more violent, things like that, tweaks them. Night Slashers, sorry. And this version obviously has the Akumajo Dracula X signal. But anyway, so we're going to get started with this. I guess you can save. Alright, there's 3 players to pick from. There's Christopher, Jake, American Monster Hunter with metal arms, way before Jax did it, and Jasmine. Actually, it might not be before Jax did. This was 1993, I think it came out, so it might not have been. But anyway, you can pick really whoever you want. I tend to be a female, so I'm going to pick Jasmine. I think in truth, their moves and whatnot really don't matter. So anyway, so here we go. She's on the scene. All right, you basically have a couple of moves. You have your attack. You can jump, so you can jump and attack. There's the taunt, which is interesting in and of itself, and then you can block. If you use block while in the air, it will unleash your special move, which I'm not really ready to do at this moment. As you can tell, the game is hyper violent. The original game was not... It wasn't that it wasn't violent, it just wasn't this violent. And as I'm sure you can tell, since this game was recreated in Beats of Rage in 2008, it's borrowing assets from Resident Evil as well. These zombie modes are from the original Resident Evil, and possibly the sequel, but they were definitely originating from the original. The grenades are awesome. They really are. But as you can see, as you've come to expect from, you know, kind of Data East or Capcom style brawlers from the time, big, chunky, bright sprites, big, beautiful color palette. It's a nice looking game. I think I've finally run out of grenades. Go to hell. I don't know if that was in the original game, but it might have been. To be honest with you, I have not booted it up in MAME in a long time. So just so people know, this was... Beats of Rage has a strong following in the Dreamcast kind of... what do I want to call it? The Dreamcast homebrew scene, where lots of the Beats of Rage games are considered part of homebrew because the Dreamcast running Windows CE was able to support almost every aspect of Beats of Rage quite faithfully. And since the interface requires 4 buttons and Dreamcast has plenty of those, you're kind of good to go. Me, since I'm playing this on a PC, what I've done is this particular version of Night Slashers X does not run on Dreamcast for whatever reason. It runs on either the Xbox or the PSP. The PSP version doesn't work too well. Or, of course, the PC version. Since the PC version looked and performed the best, I figured why not do it this way. I am using... Oh, here's where the onslaught comes. I am using a control or a arcade joystick on this because I do have my Street Fighter joystick and it can be easily adapted for USB. So I've done that, and then I've used X-Patter to map the buttons. For those that don't know, X-Patter is a $10 program you can find online. It's X, P as in Paul, A, D as in dog, D as in dog, E-R, X-Patter. You can get a free version to try out, but it basically doesn't have customization options and various other things taken out of it that makes it basically not worth having. But at least you can use it to check it out, see if it's for you. Anyway, so once you buy the commercial version, you're basically able to hook up any controller and define its inputs, and that's exactly what I've done. The game itself has control inputs, so I just adapted them to what this game needed. And next thing I know, I took 4 buttons on my arcade joystick and a USB adapter, and I basically have arcade-like controls on a PC. I gotta be honest with you, I'm at I'm at a difficult crossroads because I feel like the PC can create much better looking graphics. The problem is that I am addicted to the feel of games on something other than emulation. So while emulation looks so much better, it doesn't feel right to me, and since I'm trying to play these games, I kind of need it to feel right. So I know it looks kind of blurry and weird, although I learned a whole lot of stuff about deinterlacing and getting stuff into progressive from retro channels. Well, I'm not quite ready to drop the $400 or $500 on the box that I need, and then additional $20 to $200 on modding all my consoles to work with it. I've got a good start. I do have a capture card that will deinterlace, so I wasn't doing that, and I'm hoping that assists a little bit. I'm also playing some resolution games, so stay tuned. This is obviously going to be in 1080p, but nothing I've done before has been, and stay tuned for hopefully some better looking games that are just I know more on capturing, which is its own art form when you're dealing with retro games, so I didn't know it was such a complicated process, because while I've never needed to capture I've never needed to deinterlace stuff and do all this fun stuff to make things work on my TV, capturing it for YouTube does necessitate me doing just that. So for you guys, I'm trying to find a better way to make this work. Bear with me while I do it, because apparently I'm ahead of the curve just being able to find a simple and cheap quick solution where everything works and I can capture everything. So and I heard from a retro standpoint, the Elgato game capture it has a retro adapter, and it's no better at capturing my stuff than anything else would be, because it really is something it wasn't necessarily designed to do, but it just finds a way to make it work. So in truth, you need an RGB out, which a lot of retro consoles are equipped for. Maybe I'll start playing with some SCART stuff, but I still need a deinterlace box, so it's kind of cart before horse stuff, and unless you guys are willing to give me $500, which I'm not asking for, I'm going to need to take some time before I'm going to start messing with all that noise, because everything looks great on my TV. You can tell this is kind of slight after-the-fact stuff, although I'm sure anyone on the Data East team would have been enamored to see or hear about anyone doing all these tricks that can kill you, like barrels in Final Fight and various other games traditionally will provide you with weapons and items you need. Rarely does this game so far provide me with items. They're usually either booby traps, enemies, or both. Which means that people may think this is hard, But if you know how to work the Z-plane, you're pretty good. And for those wondering what that means, basically length and width are X and Y plane. So that's, you know, length, width. Well, anyway. In a 3D world, Z is height. So it's... So, sorry. Yeah, instead of just up... So, like, imagine this is a 2D game. Sorry, I'll explain this real quick because it's not that complicated. This is length, this is width, and that's all I would care about in a 2D game. Since this game has a 3D plane, my ability to move up and down on the screen like this is the Z-plane. So mastering how to navigate the Z-plane so that guys can't get to you can be key. Douchebag want from me. Haha, give me my hot dog, bitch. Oh, and there's meat. More meat. Come on, my friends. It's the mad doctor! Watch out! I could catch you, mon frère. I don't know why he's a gay German, but he just looks like one to me. I don't know. No offense to the gay guys out there, because actually I think I offend them more, a hell of a lot more than I do anybody else by calling him that. But ooh, a shotgun. Shotty! Yeah! Blast ya. Oh, you dick. Oh, that shotgun was single use, really? When you double tap to the left, you run. And that's pretty much my best option when that guy does his special move. Unfortunately, I'm not great at the double tap to the left. Come on, man. Shoddy. Boom! Yeah! That was an awesome effect. I'm very glad I chose that route to take him out. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's take on Frankenstein. And just in case people wonder, I have played this game before, but not in a long time, so no, I do not recall what's about to happen here. Oh, damn. See? I do know one thing, though. The way you kill these guys is pretty similar in every game. Work the Z-plane. See? Work the Z-plane and hit him a couple hundred times when you get the chance. Anyway, what I did do was I did get my hands on a capture card for high-def stuff, which will benefit me because I can now capture, not that it's high-def, but I can capture up-res stuff on the Wii and various other platforms, such as my PlayStation 2 and Xbox captures will hopefully be in higher quality because I can use component video so that if the game outputs to 480p or higher, I can take advantage of that and the game will look much better. Because again, it's deinterlaced. I'm gonna kick you in the nuts, Frankenstein. Oh, seriously? Oh, you dick. That does it. Okay, now I get to be Chris. There we go. Holy water. So Chris is your, like, bougie vampire hunter. Think of him as, like, the prestigious Van Helsing. Like Hugh Jackman Van Helsing, not traditional Van Helsing. Oh, when did you get that move? I don't feel bad about kicking you right in the kneecaps there, Frankie. Which, of course, he's Frankenstein's monster, but, you know, who's counting? And, of course, we have Dracula. I kind of can't wait to, for fun, show you guys the 80s hair metal rock star. That's not good. Check it out, Jason Voorhees is actually against or harmed by religious artifacts, it would seem. Here we go. That worked. Everybody drops in a big old vat of blood. Honestly, I don't like the way he moves. He's kind of goofy in his movements. Oh, dick. It's my move. Working the seaplane. Oh. Bet you think you're hot shit, don't you? Not cool, bro. They're just bodies everywhere. Ha! Humans, time for a ride. Whoa. Okay, that was unexpected. Let me see if I can fix this, and I'll be right back.